Good morning, guys. The sun was up there. I've just been doing a little bit of sun gazing because the sky again is totally white and it just peeped through for a moment. Can you hear that noise? It's like hee hee hee. I would like to know what bird makes that noise, if anyone knows. It's 8:01 and it's Monday, and much that I want to talk about today, but who knows if I will. Let's just say a quick hello. Hello, guys. That's my quick hello. Right, in the news, my mum, want me to kick your ball? No, she says, I just want to tease you. My mum came yesterday for dinner, and she was saying to me that she would go home and read the papers, although she had scanned them when it was time for me to take her back home already. So I said to her, oh, is there anything in the news? And she said, no, not really, just the Queen. I said, oh, what's going on with the Queen then? And Mum says, well, she's got gastroenteritis and she's cancelling all of her appointments and is staying housed up in, is it Windsor Castle? One of her castles anyway. So we've got all of these key players that the OPPT has named, which is the One People's Public Trust. I suggest you have a look at that if you haven't looked at it already, because it's another possibility. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying for anyone to believe. However, if I was a betting person, I would put my money on it being believable and true. So yes, the Queen has gastroenteritis. So I guess that's another way of saying that she's shitting herself. And this makes me think of revenge, payback, and all of this. And I'm not saying that these people should not be accountable for their crimes against humanity. No, I am not saying that. However, I do not feel that I can be the judge of them. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. No, I'm not saying that I can actually be the judge of them. Debbie! And that shocked Debbie. She was like, I thought it was you. However, I do feel that those who have suffered at the hands of these people directly, I mean, that is all of us to some degree, or those who feel that they want their voice heard, and I can understand that as well. I've been in a position myself where I wanted the people who had done horrific things to me, absolutely horrific things to me, to be in a court of law, and for that court of law to hear my story, and for those men who did these horrific things to me, for them to hear of the impact that it had on my life. and for them to understand that I was a living human being, not some that noise, not some throwaway sex toy for them to ejaculate in and over. However, I myself am a believer in God, the Creator. I do believe in light and dark. Without one, we can't have the other. And I do believe in forgiveness. And I think one of the things that happens when something absolutely terrible has happened to you, basically, I suppose I better explain a little bit about it. Basically, in 1993, I went away on a holiday with my mother. My sisters came, we all belonged to an Aikido club, and we went to Brussels to watch the black belts get their Dan grades. There was no one in this country qualified enough to do it. And when I was away, it's a lot more involved than I'm actually going to say. But while I was away, I decided one night to go back to the hotel on my own. The heel on my shoe broke, and basically I was abducted. I was taken in a car to a destination I didn't know. I didn't speak French particularly well. Luckily, seriously, one of my abductors was originally from Canada. They were Bangladeshi guys. And so we'd got another language in there as well. Words. But basically what happened was I was taken to a house in a district 25 miles from where they originally abducted me. And I was locked into a cellar, a basement. And I was repeatedly raped, buggered, men ejaculating into my mouth, over my mouth, my face, all over my body. And it went on for 13 hours. I ended up having to have a complete hysterectomy, salpingectomy, cervix removal, and lost for 2 years. I was very, very ill. I also lost teeth, had a severe infection in my jaw, and I had to have my jawbone shaved. Yeah, quite a lot happened really. If I'd have wanted to have more children, my right to having children was taken away. Hello guys, just a little reflection, not much of one. Bit muddy today. And that's when I went to the allotments eventually to make myself well. And it's strange because I used to walk around the allotments barefoot, except when I was digging, obviously. But yeah. And I suppose there were times in my darkness, not the darkness when it was happening, thank God my fairy godmother spared me most of it. Not most of it, but the very, very bad. The very, very bad. There's really bad, and then there's very, very bad. And what actually happened was I had an out-of-body experience. I kind of left my physical body, and went and sat in a corner, although I didn't seem to be sitting, but I felt my physical being, even though I was looking at it across a room, and could see what people were doing to it. But this spiritual being, whatever it was definitely a part of me anyway. Come on, honey, come and get your ball. We're able to sit and think, how are we going to get ourselves out of this? And I did get myself out of it, amazingly. Not so the person in the next room to me, I don't think. It seemed to be in the next room. I don't know, there was lots and lots of noise, and you could hear lots of men. And all I could hear was this screaming. Yeah. And there's difference between just screaming out, let's have a screaming competition, and a scream that comes from your very soul. I'll never forget those screams. But basically, guys, the guys were never brought to trial. And does it matter? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Whatever their life's plan is, their life's journey, is between them and their God. And mine is between me and God. And if I met them now, would I want to see them put against a wall? No, I wouldn't. I would want to try and make them understand, especially one of them, Raj. He was the one who actually helped me in the end, well, opened the door and let me go. But that's a long story, a very long story. He's the one who was raised in Canada, so his English was perfect. I had so many conversations with him. But, you know, things happen to us in life, and it's like I was saying the other day in one of our walks. That tree there is just beautiful, isn't it? That when we make judgments on other people, we are forgetting our own parts in the whole process of being and connecting. You know, we are forgetting. We are seeing ourselves as the innocents, and that isn't always the case. What would I do if the Queen were arrested and all the other people that they're going to arrest, the Pope and everything? I think it would be interesting to hear a trial. The problem is that our legal system is shallow. No one understands all the different rules and laws. This is wet, which is beautiful, very conductive, of our land. No one. And we would need people in positions of service to us who would be judges and jurors and whatever in these trials, if in fact that is the way that they would still be performed, to know that the system was going to serve these people who have been abused, used, whatever, by the powers that be, had complete transparency and fairness. And I honestly, at the moment do not believe that our court systems are like that, and justice would not be done. Before we can think about justice, we actually need to think about the systems that have been put in place by the very powers that be, that we want to take through these systems with their loopholes and their get outs and their agreements and their if you say this then we'll do that and it's okay, nod nod, wink wink, you and me know the truth. That is not what we need. And we also need to think about punishment, the very word punishment. I keep saying kindness. I keep saying kindness. How that would work. I think it's going to take a lot of people with a lot of common sense and a lot of understanding and kindness to come up with a system that can deal with this. But to think of them going before the court system that we have in place right now, no, that has got to change. That has got to change. And in fact, Michael New 62, I think it is, shared a video yesterday about why you should never talk to the police. And if you look at our whole legal system, just in that one video, you can see that the way things are written, it's not right, it's not fair, it's not kind, it's not balanced. And I think if I was being taken to court, I would want to know that the system was there to protect my innocence and deal with my guilt. Not that we're into some kind of who's got the best lawyer, who's got the most money to pay, who's got the wizard of the words. No, it should be the content of your heart that is being listened to. And I even think the word judging is appalling, and I wouldn't want anyone to attach my name to judging, because there always needs to be reflection when you judge. Always. So I think I'm going to go back down this way. Actually, I haven't seen any of the bridges today. Come on, girls. Yes. Right, so now I'm going to talk about earthing a bit more. Now, I've virtually finished the book. It wasn't as technical as I thought it was going to be. What it is I have in my mind things that I am... Birds are just beautiful, guys. Things that I am unsure of, shall we say. And also things that I've been programmed over the years to believe that I could never possibly be any good at. And physics is one of those. Although I have got a tremendous interest in it now. So now is obviously the time to learn. But I have understood the grounding book. I understand. Good morning, guys. I understand why earthing works. Would I advise you to buy the book? Now, you see, this is difficult because I'm a writer myself, and I never promote or push my book because I think the people who need it will stumble across it, and that's it. It's not about making money. It's about people connecting to the book who need that connection, you know, who are going to get something from it. So I've never done any of the publicity or any of that because I'm too busy enjoying myself and being with my dogs and my loved ones and paradise. So this this is how I feel about this book too. I don't think you would need to buy it. I think it's almost like a sales book. Maybe because this guy has been enmeshed in that kind of lifestyle before, maybe. I have no idea. But the last half of the book is really almost like people's stories and testimonials, which in and of themselves are very interesting. Go and get your book, honey. Go and get your book. Get your ball, honey. Oh dear. And I guess I wanted more to do with the earth and, you know, communities that have barefoot walked, stuff about their communities. I wanted more on the lucid dreaming that happens when you are grounded, stuff like that. So I think he covers most about barefoot walking in the first chapter, really, and then the rest of it is other stuff about how good it is and blah blah blah. The illnesses that are created by inflammation, barefoot walking and grounding, earthing, is you know, one of the best things that you can do. And how many of these illnesses and diseases that we have now have inflammation? Well, I'm telling you, this is a mighty long list. I am going to get myself a grounding bed pad, because it's like a sheet that you put on the bottom half of your bed and it's grounded. You can do it through your plug socket, the earth in your plug socket, or you can actually take a grounding rod outside and you know, bring it in through the window so you can ground yourself as well that way. I am going to get one because I actually can feel the benefits of doing the barefoot walking. However, to be able to ground myself through the night is something I'd be very, very interested in. So, and I think that's all I've really got to say today. Just keep looking up. The sky has just been white for days now, absolutely white for days. The sun occasionally breaks through it. If you do get to see the sky at all, you will see chemtrailers up there. They're just blatant. It's just how no one can notice. I have no idea. Anyway, let's see what happens with the Queen, shall we? And the Pope and Hugo Chavez and many others. And if you don't know about the OPPT, do have a look. You can put it into a search engine, the One People's Public Trust. They have lots of videos up telling you, you know, where they've got to and what's going on. And it will also provide links to other sites that are discussing it too. Judgment belongs to God. We need to find another way of dealing with people who have committed crimes. We need to find another way, because I tell you this, the current system, if they were, you know, arrested and tried tomorrow, the current system, it could all backfire horribly. So other things need to be done first. Right, keep looking up and remember to enjoy life, live it. And please do think about judging other people. And please do think about our systems for trying these people. Okay, I love you all, and from Honey and Ebby and the ball and my feet and some beautiful birds, it's goodbye. Bye guys.